Searching for Mexico. Tomorrow night on CNN. Closed captioning brought to you by Mesobook.com.
Greetings, everybody, to the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Got another game here. Second of a four-game series, Houston at Montreal. Jim Ray for Houston. Montreal has Mike Wegener. They're both right-handers. And we'll go through our starting lineups. I know this one came as a surprise to some people last minute. I may play another game tonight at 6 p.m. We'll see. Don't want to get ahead of myself, but I got new coffee. Second of a four-game series. There'll be a doubleheader and a couple on the 4th. This is August 2, 1969. Replay. For Houston, leading off Norm Miller in right field. Batting second, Joe Morgan at second. Batting third, Jimmy Wynn in center field. Dennis Menke, cleanup at short. Kurt Blefary bats fifth at first base. Doug Rader batting sixth at third. Johnny Edwards catching, batting seventh. Jesus Alou in left field. And the pitcher is Jim Ray. He had 13 starts, 3.91, 8-2. For the Expos, it will be Ty Klein getting the start at first base. Ron Fairley, I told you he'd start being in the lineup. He is in center field. Rusty Staub in right. Mac Jones in left field. Kevin Collins getting a start today at second base. Ron Brand, the catcher. Bobby Wine at shortstop. And Coco LeBoy at third base. Mike Wegener, the pitcher, batting ninth. And the Expos take the field. And here we go. Leading it off for Houston is Norm Miller. Again, Houston won the first one 6-5. They're in fourth place, 11 games behind the first place Atlanta Braves. And Houston playing good ball, 2 games over 500. They're in this. Expos fifth place, 21.5 games behind. They're ahead of Philadelphia in the East. And Wegener is ready. Here's the pitch to Miller. 1-9 struck him out, and we're underway. So it's one down. Here's Joe Morgan. Morgan, a left-handed hitter. Wegener, a good strikeout pitcher. Wegener, here's the pitch to Morgan. 4-8, and that's a base hit to left. Morgan is on first. Being held, he's a 1-17 with Brand's arm. And Kathy Harden has arrived. We're sorry about the scheduling change. I just had nothing to do, so I figured I'd get it going, Kathy. I'm considering a 6 p.m. game tonight. Considering. It's Morgan on first with 1 out. He's a 1-17 being held. And Jimmy Wynn is the batter from the stretch. Wegener. And there goes Morgan, and he's safe at second, stoling second base. Morgan couldn't resist 1-17. So Wynn at the plate with 1 out and Morgan at second base. Here's the pitch to Wynn. 4-12, grounds it to first, X. That's for Klein, he's a 4. 1-4, goes through for a base hit, and Morgan comes home. It's 1-0 Houston here in the top of the first. Jimmy Wynn with the base hit, bringing home Morgan. Wynn is a 1-15 stealing. And Dennis Menke is at the plate. Here's the pitch to Menke. There goes Wynn, and he's safe. So 2 stolen bases for the Astros here in the first. Morgan then Wynn. Wynn on second with 1 out. Menke at the plate. Here's the pitch. 6-6. Flies to right, 2 away. For Kurt Blefary. Kurt is a left-handed hitter. Here's Wegener now. 3-8. And he flies it to center, and that retires the side. There was 1 run on 2 hits, 2 stolen bases, 1 left on, and after a half, it's 1-0. Houston. And here's Jim Ray to pitch to the Expos, right-handed pitcher. Yeah, I realize it's about a year from now. So Kathy Harden sounds interesting, but hardly something we need to decide on here. Ty Klein leads it off for Montreal. He's a left-handed hitter. And there's a called strike. Jim Ray on the mound. And the pitch to Klein. 2-3. Grounds it to first, 1 away. Now Ron Fairley in the lineup. I told you you'd be seeing a bunch of Ron Fairley here in the second half of the season. Left-handed hitter facing Ray. And the pitch. 2-10. It's a grounder to short. Menke has it, throws to Blefary, 2 away. In the bottom of the second for Montreal. And now Rusty Staub. As a called strike to Staub. Swinging strike. I'm sorry. And here's Ray, the windup, the pitch to stop. 4-6, walked him. Staub is on first with 2 outs for Mac Jones. There's a strike called on Jones. Looking ahead, the next game we have on the schedule is Atlanta at New York, second of a 3. It was a day game, but what are you going to do, right? We'll see. Wait a minute, that's the 3rd. This one on the 2nd, I'm sorry, was a night game. And it's Ron Reed for Atlanta and Jim McAndrew. Cleon Jones finally got a chance to come into a ball game. He pinch hit and got a hit, and the Mets won it 1-0. That Cleon knocked in the game-winning run. It was a walk-off hit. Okay, Ray is ready now to face Mac Jones. It's 2 outs, Staub on first. Here's the pitch to Jones. That's 5-9, and he struck him out. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, a walk to Staub. And it's 1-0 after 1. Houston leading. Houston only 11 games behind Atlanta in the West, in 4th place. They are 4 games ahead of the 5th place Dodgers, and they're half a game behind the 3rd place Reds. So Houston making moves here in early August. Wegener on the mound. He'll face Doug Rader to start it off top of the 2nd. I think I will play that Met game tonight unless I feel out of sorts. Here's Wegener now. The pitch to Rader. 3-8. And he grounds it back to Wegener, 1 away. Now Johnny Edwards. Wegener is ready. Edwards, left-handed hitter, and the pitch to Edwards. 2-12, lines it to first, caught by Ty Klein. 2 down in the top of the 2nd. And here's Jesus Alou. Jim Ray on deck. Here's Wegener now. And the pitch. 2-8, and it grounds to 3rd. Coco LeBoy throws it over to Klein, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Wegener. And after 1.5, it's a 1-0 ball game. Now Jim Ray for Houston will face Collins, Brandon, Wind in the bottom of the 2nd. Jim Ray now. Here's the pitch to Collins. 5-7. And there is a base hit for Collins. Up the middle. Leadoff single. Now Ron Brand comes up. Ray works from the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Brand. 3-6, walked him. Brand on first, Collins on second, nobody out, bottom of the second. For Bobby Wine, LeBoy on deck. Low for a ball to Wine. Okay, Ray from the stretch and the pitch to Wine. 6-2, fly ball left. Under it is Jesus Alou. He makes the catch. It's one away. Runners hold. And now Coco LeBoy. Here's the pitch to Coco. 2-5. Grounds it to second. And the runners will advance. 2 outs. Brand on second. Collins on third. And the pitcher, Mike Wegener. He's a 4 WR. Here's the pitch from Ray. He struck him out, and the side is retired. Second strikeout for Jim Ray. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 left. 1-0 after 2. Top of the third. Jim Ray leads it off. Ray, the pitcher. That's right-handed. He's a 1 WR. Wegener winds the pitch to Ray. 2-7, struck him out. Second strikeout for Wegener. 1 down in the top of the third. Now Norm Miller struck out. Pitch from Wegener. 3-7. Grounder to short. Wine throws it over to Klein. It's 2 down. For Joe Morgan. Singled, stole second. Knocked home by Wynn with a base hit. Then Wynn stole second, left on base. 1-0 Houston. 2 outs, top of the third. Yeah, it's low for a ball to Morgan. Oh, Christ. I got it. Here's Wegener now. 5-5, struck him out. That's the third strikeout for Mike Wegener, and he's retired 8 in order. We're going to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Houston. Top of the order for Montreal, Ty Klein to lead it off. Jim Ray on the mound. Here's Ray now. The pitch to Klein. 4-5. Grounds it to short. That's for Menke. He's a 3. 4-3. Throws him out. And, of course, some of you Met fans out there will be able to catch at least 2 hours of their ball game before we start our evening game tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. Braves at the Mets. Big Ron Reed will come into this game with 15 wins. So he's working toward 20. Negro has 15 for Atlanta. 15. Ron Fairley is the batter. It's 1 out, nobody on. We try our best to work around the baseball schedules. Here's the pitch to Fairley. 2-10. Grounds it to short, 2 outs again. Fielded by Menke and Rusty Staub. Tomorrow is Easter. Here's the pitch to Staub. 110. And it's hit deep by Staub. Hit deep to right. Miller going back. It's gone. A home run by Rusty Staub. A solo blast. And it's a tie ball game. I assume you want Houston, but I could be wrong, Kathy Harden. A home run by Rusty Staub. It's all tied up. That is number 13 for Rusty Staub this season. That means it's entered. And here's Mac Jones. Staub hit 29. He's underperforming. You want Houston? Yeah, I figured. Just trying to get you now. Here's Mac Jones now with 2 outs, nobody on. Tie ball game after the long shot by Staub. Here's the pitch to Mac. 6-5, and he struck him out. That's number 3 for Jim Ray, but there was a run on 1 hit. The home run by Staub. And after 3, it's all tied up, 1-1. Again, Houston won the first one, 6-5. Houston moving in on Cincinnati for 3rd place. They're 1/2 game behind. They can tie Cincinnati, even though they are 3 games behind Cincinnati in the loss column. Jimmy Wynn leads it off for Houston. Top of the 4th, Wegener. He's retired 8 in order, Mike Wegener. Okay, Wegener is ready. The toy cannon at home. He singled, stole second, left on base. He knocked home Morgan. Here's the pitch to Wynn, 6-11, and they struck him out. That's number 4 for Mike Wegener. And Wegener seems to be a pretty good strikeout pitcher indeed. Here's Dennis Menke with 1 out, nobody on. Menke flew to right in the first. 5-12, grounded to first. Ty Klein, he's a 4. And he steps on the bag for the out, 2 away. That's 10 in a row for Wegener. Now Kurt Bleffery. Wegener in a groove. Here's the windup by Wegener and the pitch to Bluffrey. 1-4. Pops it up just to the side of home plate. Brand throws the mask away and makes the catch. It's another 1-2-3, and that's 11 in order for Wegener. Heading to the bottom of the fourth, it's a 1-1 ball game. Now Jim Ray. Bottom of the fourth, Kevin Collins. 1 for 1 with a single. A rare start today for Kevin. He bats left-handed. They put him in against right-handed pitching, if they do it all. Ray is ready. And the pitch to Collins. 5-7, and that's a base hit for Collins, his second of the game. Collins on first to lead it off. Ron Brand, the catcher now. Here's Ray. 4-9. And that is a line out to short, diving catch by Mankey. 1 away. Saved a base hit. And Bobby Wine is the batter. Wine flew to left. It's Collins on first, 1 out, bottom of the fourth. We're all tied up here in Montreal, Jerry Park, 1-1 ball game. Ray from the stretch. Pitch to Wine. And he grounds it to third for a force. 2 outs, and it's Wine on first now for Coco. Coco grounded to second. Here's Ray now. 1-8. Grounds it to second, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. After 4, it's still 1-1 ball game. And we move to the top of the fifth. It's Wegener now. Retiring 11 in order. He'll face Rader, Edwards, and Jesus. Doug Rader 0 for 1. Wegener is ready now. Here's the windup. Pitch to Rader. 6-10 struck him out. That's number 5 for Mike Wegener and 12th in a row. Retired. Now Johnny Edwards. Wegener is really tough here. He let up 2 singles in the first and 1 run, but ever since, he's been perfect. 1 out, nobody on. Edwards, the catcher at the plate. Here's the pitch to Edwards. 2-3, and that is a base hit up the middle. First base runner since the first inning. A 1 out single by Edwards. And Jesus Alou comes up. Wegener from the stretch. 1-8. Grounds it back to Wegener. He throws to second to force Edwards. No play at first. It's 2 outs. And Jesus is on first base. And Jim Ray, the pitcher. Cladding was used in real world in this game, but I used them last game. Face and Raditz were used in the real world by Montreal. They're available. Jim Ray at the plate with 2 outs and Jesus on first. And here's the pitch to Ray. 111, struck him out. Number 6 for Mike Wegener. And the side is retired. We're in the middle of the 5th. And it's a 1-1 ball game. I hope you're enjoying it, folks. Brought to you by the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. Resumed Strat-O-Matic Baseball when the pandemic hit. I said, damn it, I'm doing this. And I've been doing it. Mike Wegener gets a big hand from the crowd. Pitching very good baseball, as is Ray. Wegener is a 4 WR. He struck out in the second. Ray. Here's the pitch to Wegener. 3-8, and it's, oh, a beautiful catch by Menke, his second beauty today. A line out to Menke at short. It's 1 down, and here's Ty Klein. Klein 0 for 2. Ray winds and deals to Klein. 1-8, lines it to second. Caught by Morgan, 2 down. Both pitchers really pitching very good baseball. Ron Fairley is the batter. Fairley 0 for 2, grounded to short twice. The pitch to Fairley. 5-8, struck him out. That's number 4 for Jim Ray. And a 1-2-3 inning. We've gone 5. It's a 1-1 ball game. The first game was very good. 6-5, 1-run ball game. Houston won. Houston really wants to win this. They'd love to tie Cincinnati for 3rd place. Norman Miller leads it off. Then it'll be Morgan and Wynn. Wegener has allowed 3 hits, 1 run. No walks, 6 strikeouts. I'd say a good day's work thus far. Top of the 6th. Wegener is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Miller. That's 6-6. Fly ball left. Under it is Mac Jones for the out. 1 away. Now Joe Morgan. 1 for 2, stole second, scored on Menke's base hits. And the pitch. 1-8, struck him out. Number 7 for Mike Wegener. They're adding up. Now Jimmy Wynn, 1 for 2. Knocked home the only run for Houston. It was Morgan in the first. The pitch from Wegener. 3-11, and there's a base hit to right. Thrown in by Staub. His second single of the game win. He's a 1-15 stealing. With Menke at the plate. Wegener from the stretch. There goes Wynn! And he's safe with his second stolen base of the ball game. Jimmy Wynn. The Go-Go Astros puts himself in scoring position for Menke with 2 outs. Wegener from the stretch. The pitch to Menke. 5-6. Struck him out. Number 8 for Wegener. And the side is retired. No runs. 1 hit, the single by Wynn. He stole second and he was left on base. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th. And this is what I call a ball game. Jim Ray will face Rusty Staub to lead off the bottom of the sixth. Staub walked and homered, a solo home run in the third inning. That was his 13th of the year. Ray winds. Here's the pitch to Staub. 1-9. He walked him. Pitching very carefully to Staub. His second walk of the ball game. Staub on first. No outs. And here's Mac Jones, struck out twice. By the way, I don't know if you've seen, Kathy Harden, the Colonial Penn insurance ad, where it's only $9.95 a month, no matter how old you are from age, I don't know, 55 to 85 or something. You realize that the maximum benefit of that is $750. Do you know what a ripoff? And even then there are limitations. It's such a ripoff. People are obviously so dumb to get this. You know, and it annoys me every time I see the ad. The stupidity of Americans. Mac Jones at the plate, Staub on first. I hope you didn't get it. I gotta be careful. Oh, Lord, if you did, look, I'm sorry, but stop paying for it now. Here's Mac Jones at the plate, 6-8, and that is a base hit up the middle. Staub goes to third. So the Expos have something going. Yes, Kathy Harden, and the ads are just first and third. I looked it up. They're not even on Twitter. First and third, nobody out. Mac Jones with a single, sending Staub to third. 6-8. And Kevin Collins, the batter, he's 2 for 2 today. The infield is back for the double play. They'll concede the run for 2 outs. Here's Ray from the stretch. One more hit or walk, he's through for fatigue. 2-8, and he struck him out, and that was a big one. Lord, that was a big strikeout. Number 5 for Jim Ray, and Ron Brand is the batter. And there's action in the Houston bullpen. It's Jack Billingham, the right-hander. Billingham warming. Here's Ray now trying to get out of this. Infield back. Pitch to Brand. 2-4. Pops it up to third. Another big out. Rader makes the catch. 2 down. First and third, no outs. Now Ray strikes out Collins, gets Brand to pop out, and Bobby Wine, the batter. And the pitch to Wine. 5-6, struck him out. And that's number 6 for Jim Ray. Wow, did he get out of that? Lord. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left after 6. Still tied here, 1-1. We're at Jerry Park. Mike Wegener. Both pitchers really pitching very effectively today. Kurt Blefary leads it off, top of the 7th. Blefary 0 for 2. Okay, Wegener is ready. Here's the pitch to Blefary. 2-10. Grounder to second. Collins has it. Throws it over to Klein for the out. Now Doug Rader We'll take a 3 to 5 minute break during the 7th inning stretch, people. Here's the pitch to Raider. 3-6, hit deep by Raider. Back to the wall goes Mac Jones, and he makes the catch at the warning track. So Raider hits one deep, but not deep enough. 3-6 fly out. 2 left, 2 down now for Johnny Edwards, 1 for 2. Wegener, the pitch, 2-7, and he lines it to first, and the side is retired. A 1-2-3 for Wegener again, middle of the 7th inning stretch. It's Houston 1, Montreal 1, second game of a 3. Houston took the first 6-5. This is dated August 2, 1969. Houston can tie Cincinnati for 3rd with a win. My name is Jeffrey Guterman. And this is SBN, the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. And we'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes for the continuation of this ball game. Woo! Oh. Oh. We've had some great baseball here in August. It's only August 2, and we've had so many. Mr. Terranova, good evening. Good afternoon. Had one-run ball games. Just great games. 1-0 ball games. Jim Ray now will face the Expos in the bottom of the 7th. It's a tie ball game. It's a recap for you all. Wegener allowed a base hit to Morgan in the first. He stole second. Wynn drove him home with a single. And then in the bottom of the 3rd, Rusty Staub hit a Jim Ray fastball over the fence. And that's been all the scoring. A pitching duel. Let me get some coffee if you don't mind. We have a 6 p.m. start tonight. Atlanta at New York in Shea Stadium. Ron Reed, Big Ron Reed, with 15 wins going against McAndrew. Ron Reed, a big part of this Atlanta success team. And here we go now. Jim Ray on the mound. LeBoy leading it off. Ray is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to LeBoy. 2-7, and that is a line out to third, caught by Rader. Nice catch by Doug Rader, one away. And Wegener is hitting. He's a 4 WR, Wegener is. It's 1 out, nobody on. He struck out and line too short. Here's Ray now. And the pitch to Wegener. That's 5-7. And that is a fly ball to right deep, but Miller is under it for the catch. 2 outs. Top of the order now, Ty Klein. Klein is 0 for 3 today. Ray winds and deals. 3-9. And that is a base hit to left for Ty Klein, his first hit of the ball game. Single off Ray. Klein on first, 2 outs. Here's Ron Fairley, 0 for 3 today. Staub on deck. The pitch to Fairley. 1-3. It's a base hit to right. And that's it for Jim Ray. He's reached fatigue. Klein goes to second. 1-14, 1-16, 1-15. They'll let him go to third. First and third, 2 down. And Ray is through. And Jack Billingham is the new pitcher. He's a right-hander going against the left-handed hitting Rusty Staub. Jack Billingham. Ray knocked out here in the 7th. He pitched 6 2/3. He could be the loser of record. He allowed 6 hits, walked 3, struck out 6, allowed 1 run thus far. It was the home run to Staub, and Billingham taking his warm-ups. Here comes Staub now. Clutch situation here for Staub with first and third 2 down in a 1-1 ball game. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Billingham is ready from the stretch. The pitch to Staub. 5-6. Grounds it to second. Morgan throws to Bleffery, and the side is retired. There were no runs. 2 hits and 2 left on. And after 7, we're still tied at 1. No decision for Ray, but he pitched very good baseball, no doubt about it. We're going to move to the top of the 8th. It's going to be Jesus facing Micah Wegener. Jesus 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice, a force out. Okay, Wegener. The pitch to Jesus. 1-5, grounds it to short. That's 1 away. And there'll be a hitter for Billingham. Look at that. Billingham put out the fire. And now there'll be a pinch hitter for him. Julie Womack will be the new pitcher for Houston. Dooley Womack warming up in the bullpen, right-hander. Let's see who's hitting. It will be Sandy Valdespino, who, by the way, recently died. Sandy Valdespino, a left-handed hitter. So Valdespino steps in with 1 out, nobody on. Tie ball game, top of the 8th. Here's Wegener now. The pitch to Valdespino. 5-7, walked him. And Sandy has speed, adequate speed. He's on first with 1 down. And Norman Miller 0 for 3. From the stretch, Wegener. Two 6, walked him. First and second, 1 out. One more and Wegener will be taken out. Roy Face is warming. Roy Face warming in the Orioles bullpen. He pitched in real world in this ball game. He is a right-hander, Face. One more hit or walk. Wegener reaches fatigue. Morgan at the plate, 1 for 3. First and second, 1 out. Valdespino, the go-ahead run on second. Here's the pitch from Wegener to Morgan. For 9, and that is a base hit by Morgan. Valdespino comes home with the go-ahead run. Miller goes to third. First and third, 1 out, and that's it for Mike Wegener. Wegener gets a good hand from the hometown crowd, though. although he is the loser of record. Wegener went 7 1/3 innings. He pitched good baseball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. He walked 1, 2. Struck out 8 and has allowed 2 runs. And he's responsible for first and third, 1 down. Roy Face now trying to put out the fire here in the top of the 8th. Jimmy Wynn, the batter. It's first and third, 1 down. Morgan being held at first. Infield back, though, if that's possible. Here's the pitch to Wynn. 1-9. Struck him out. Oh, Face gets Wynn on a strikeout. Swinging. 2 down. And here's Mankey, infield back. Morgan not being held. Pitch to Mankey, 5-7. Grounds it to short. The side is retired. So Face gets the Expos out of it with only 1 run on 2 walks, a single, and 2 left on. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher for Houston. It's Dooley Womack. Billingham, the winner of record. Womack going for the save. Loser of record is Wegener. And leading it off will be Mac Jones, bottom of the 8th. 2-1 Houston. Big Mac Jones. Mac 1 for 3, struck out twice and a single left on. Womack is ready. The pitch to Jones. 1-7, walked him. So Womack walks Jones, and Kevin Collins is the batter. Jones the tying run on first, no outs. Collins 2 for 3 today. Womack from the stretch. 4-5. Grounds it to second, double play. That was turned beautifully by Morgan. 2 outs, nobody on now for Ron Brand. Womack. The pitch to Brand, 5-6. Base hit up the middle for Brand. Now Bobby Wine. .610, grounder to third. Raider, he's the 3. 14-3. Oh, he boots it for an error. Doug Raider with an error. It's first and second with 2 outs now. First error of the ball game. And Coco LeBoy. Coco 0 for 3. It's Wine on first, Brand on second, 2 down. Expos trail by 1, bottom of the 8th, 2 down. Pitch to LeBoy. That's 3-7. And he flies it to center. Routine fly for Jimmy Wynn. Makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 left with the error. And after 8, it's 2-1 Houston. Tell you, these are good games that we've been looking at. Here's Roy Face now. Retired 2 in order in relief in the 8th of Wegener. And Blefrey will lead it off. There'll be a pinch hitter to lead off the Expos with Womack due up, and then the top of the order, Klein and Fairley if you're looking ahead. Bijan Bain calling for Boughton. Boughton is available, but right now, Mr. Bijan Bain, Womack is in, and no need to bring in Boughton now. We'll continue with Womack for the save. I hope you understand, sir. Here's the pitch to Bluffery. 5-8. He grounds it to second, one away. We have a 6 p.m. game tonight. Atlanta at the Mets, Bijan. In case you're interested, it'll be Ron Reed with 15 wins, hurling against Jim McAndrew for the Mets. 1 out, nobody on. Here's Doug Rader, 0 for 3. And the pitch to Rader. 2-4, grounder to second again. Fielded by Collins, 2 away. And now the catcher, Johnny Edwards. Face winds. And the pitch to face. 6-11. And that is a base hit by Edwards. His second single, 2 for 4 today. Jesus Alou now with Edwards on first, 2 down. Here's face. And the pitch to Jesus. 3-6. And it's a liner to second, caught by Collins. So some nice fielding by Kevin Collins out there at second base. The side is retired, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th, folks. And Dooley Womack will come in to pitch his second inning. He got into a bit of trouble in the 8th, but he'll try to save it. There's going to be a hitter for Roy Face. There will be a hitter for Roy Face. Face pitched 1 2/3. Allowed 1 hit, a walk, a strikeout, no runs. Let's see who's coming in to hit. The hitter is Jim Ferry, a left-handed hitter. He only had 49 at bats. Jim Ferry, not Fairly, Ferry. And he's a left-handed hitter against Womack. So Womack digs in, and he's ready now. Here's the pitch to Ferry. 6-9, and it's a grounder to second. Morgan over to Bleffery. Womack is 2 outs away from the save. Now Ty Klein 1 for 4. What a ball game it's been. Womack into his windup, and the pitch to Klein. 3-5. Walked him. So Womack loses Klein to a base on balls. He is the tying run at first, and Ron Fairly is the batter. Ron is 1 for 4 today. When this game is complete, I'll log it in, and then I'll rest up a bit for our evening ball game. Okay, Womack from the stretch with Klein on first, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Fairly. 6-6. Base hit up the middle. Oh my, Boughton is warming. Jim Boughton is warming in the bullpen. He is a right-hander, ready to come in on anything. But Womack is far from fatigue. First and third, 1 out. I'll bring him in If he runs into any trouble, I'll do it for you, Bijan. And Rusty Staub is the hitter. Big hand for Staub. 1 for 2 today. Hit a solo home run for the only run for Montreal today. He walked twice, grounded to second. Infield is double play depth. Womack from the stretch and the pitch to Staub. 4-11. Fly ball left. Going back is Jesus. He's a 4. And no, Jesus can't get this. It drops in the gap. Klein comes around to score. Fairly comes around with the winning run. And the ball game is over. Ho ho! What a game! Rusty Staub, the star of the game, no doubt, with his second and third runs batted in. Off of Womack, a double. You saw it here, Kathy Harden. You saw it. And they're mobbing Rusty Staub. They are... the Expos are... oh, what a game. Oh, the final score, Montreal 3, Houston 2. What a game. What a frickin' game. Oh, my. That was... Kathy Harden just says, wow. Rusty Staub with a walk-off double. It was Fairly on first, Klein on third with 1 out. Womack threw it and Staub belted it into the gap. Klein came home and then Fairly, and that is the ball game. The winning pitcher, Roy Face. Ho, ho, ho. The loser is Womack. Oh. Oh, Lord. I was, there's a great documentary, if any of you are interested, about the Seattle Pilot 1969 team. Go on YouTube and Google it. Go Seattle Pilots 1969. Oh, Kathy, these have been amazing games. And Dooley Womack used to be on the Pilots. Then he was traded to Houston. I think Womack and Boughton probably came over for somebody, but he's a real person. And he lets up 2 runs for the loss. The final score, Montreal 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Houston 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. It was a great game from the start. No doubt Rusty Staub. Mr. Perota is not here, but I don't think Mr. Perota would have any objection to denoting Rusty Staub as the star of this ball game. 2 for 3, a solo home run, the game-winning double, 2 walks, knocked in all 3 runs. What a ball game. I'm going to put this one in the books. And you want a replay on the game? Did you want to just look at it again? Okay, let's give a look here. Rusty Staub with Womack on the mound, 1 out, first and third. Mr. Terranova, your wishes might come in. It was a 4-11, a fly ball to left. Jesus is a 4. He was going back, and on a 2-4 in the outfield, it was a double 3. Double 3, Mr. Terranova. That means advance 3 bases. So that's what happened. And yes, Mr. Terranova, I should appoint you as the denoter if Mr. Perota is absent. This was a ball game. This game started out sort of just a good pitching tool, but a sort of a sleeper of a game. It was a 1-1 ball game, and then Houston took the lead 2-1, and then in the bottom of the 9th, it just goes to show you, like Yogi Berra said, it ain't over until it's over. Okay, so that's the ball game. This will put Montreal 20 games behind the first place amazing Pittsburgh Pirates, and Houston will hold on to sole. Yeah, it was a 3-run frickin' double, Mr. Terranova, by Staub. Houston is now in sole possession of, continues in 4th place, 11.5 behind the first place Braves. Speaking of the Braves, at 6 p.m. Eastern, it will be the Atlanta Braves with Big Ron Reed, 15 wins, going for his 16th win. Marichal leads all of baseball with 18. Thank you, Kathy Harden. Against McAndrew and the Mets. Stay strong, everybody, and I'll catch you next time.